Oh well. Right, I did a little taste of this a few videos back, so I'm not going to bore you with doing it all again. All I'm going to say is make sure you click on the link to download my free tab here. Okay, it's free. So like that. Okay, chitty chitty bang bang. All free today. If you haven't got a clue what I'm talking about, go and watch that film because it's brilliant. Alright, okay, now listen to this. I've slowed this is Fleetwood Mac. I've slowed it down to 75%. For older people like me that don't get modern technology, I only found out about this a few months ago. It's bloody brilliant. When you're looking at YouTube, you'll find see a little cog wheel on the right hand side of the screen. If you click it on it, it's got playback speed. Now, I've got this, there's normal speed, I'll show you what that means, which is great, but when you first start doing this, it's going to be too fast. So you could go to 50% of that speed. Nice thing is, it does not change the pitch. And of course, as you get better and better with it, let's go to 75%, speed it up a little bit. Come on, press the button, Rob. Okay, so that's a really important function. I know most of you young people are already laughing at me saying, doesn't he know that? Well, guess what? No, I didn't. Until about 2 months ago, I didn't know that. And it was a young kid of about 8 that pointed it out to me. And I'm glad he did, because it's absolutely brilliant, especially when you're learning. Excuse me, I'm going to have a quick swig. Alright, so straight onto it. First lick. It's all about pleck control, this, So, we're going to use 2 fingers. Alright? To start with. First finger will look after the note at the 2nd fret, and one that's going to come up later at the 1st, and your 2nd finger will look after all the stuff at the 3rd. Don't involve your 3rd and 4th. Don't get too busy, alright? So, first thing we're going to do, with the downstroke of the pleck, we're going to hammer onto the bass string, the 6th string at the 3rd fret, and then pull it off. Alright, that's all we're going to do. And then we're going to play the 5th string open and hammer on to the 5th string at the 2nd fret, again with the downstroke of the pleck. Now after that hammer, we're going to come up on the 4th string, and as we do so, we're going to remove that hammer that we did on the 5th string. So we've got this, slowly. What we don't want to do is this, take off the hammer before we hit the 4th string. It has to happen exactly the same time. Very important, otherwise it'll sound crap. So we've got this. Okay, back onto the 5th string with a hammer and a pull off this time, with a downstroke of the pleck, then a bass string at the 3rd fret with a pull off. Okay, and when you've done that, lie your 1st finger across the 5 and the 4 as if you're doing an abbreviated E, and hit the 6th string down, and then 2 upstrokes from the 4th string. So we've got this. Alright, now I'm not going to explain the pleck action from now on. It's indicated quite clearly on these little arrows. Now, of course, some of you might find it easier to use your pleck another way. That's fine, as long as you hit the right notes, because ultimately that's what it's all about. It's the way I like to do it. It makes more sense, especially if you're doing a chord. Right, the next line, it starts off exactly the same way. Now, the 2nd lick is simpler than the first time round. You're going to hammer onto the 5th string at the 2nd fret, as you did before, but instead of doing a pull off, you're just going to go hammer on and lie it across the 4th string and just come up on the 4th string. So let me play the beginning of that line. And then to finish as we did on the first one, fingers already in position to do down on the 6th, and then 2 upstrokes for the chordy bit. So this is what we have up to now. And the 3rd time we started again, same way. But instead of hammering on at the 2nd fret on the 5th string. We're going to hammer and pull off, which is very bluesy, at the 1st fret, and then we're going to put our, I use my little finger now for the bass string at the 3rd fret to pull off. So let's just be clear about what we're doing here. The first time round we went, and this time we're going to go. That note changes from this one here to there, and in doing so I'm using my little finger. I find it a bit tricky with that one. So it's a very subtle change, but it's really important. Okay, so the rest of it just finishes the same way with the. Let me play that 3rd one again. Okay, then the final lick is a hammer on and pull off on the bass string, and then a hammer onto the 4th string, the 5th string at the 2nd fret. So we've got this, and then with an upstroke of your plec, play a hammer and a pull off on the 4th string. Let me play that last one again. We're on this line here, the 4th one. Back to your 5th string for another pull off, and then I do an upstroke on the bass string at the 3rd fret here, then I do a downstroke on the bass string at the 2nd fret, and then I come up twice, and he just plays the bass note on the very last one. He doesn't play the chord. If you were to play the chord, I think it would probably sound better. He doesn't, which is why I've done it like that. So let's play those 4 bits. Okay, so we've got let me do that 3rd one again. I'll start again that bit. First one, 2nd one, 3rd one. What I did then when I cocked up is I forgot to do the, you know when it changes fret? You won't do that, of course. Anyway, so we've done that first bit. Now, it plays it on acoustic guitar once round, then the electric guitar comes in and plays exactly the same thing. Okay, now we're on to the next bit, which sort of goes. Now on here, I've not put the bass note on. You see this here? You know, which you can sort of strum along with. I've just tried to keep it clear. I think maybe I should have put it on, but I didn't. You'll know it. I'm explaining, for God's sake. So what are we doing? You sort of hammer down from 5 to 7, and you're going to catch the bass drum, but don't hit it too hard, otherwise you can bend out of tune. You're going to do this. Get the idea? And while that's going on, then other guitars going. You know, you'll hear it on the record. And he'll be sort of choking the strings. And it does that 4 times. Alright? And then you've got a little lick which sort of goes. Which is hammer from 5 to 7 on the 5th string, and then a 5 on the 4th, and then straight back to the 5th string at the 7th. So, and then another hammer from 5 to 7 on the 5th, and then dang, dang, dang. Sometimes he does 2 dang, dangs. Sometimes he does 3 dang, dang, dang. It's quite difficult with the other guitar playing, you know. I'll play that again. Did one with 3, then I did one with 2. It does that 4 times, and then finally you've got this. So now this is a hammer. It's quite tricky. This 5 to 7, and then 5 to 7, 5 on the 4th string, and then always going back to the 7th on the 5th. Then 7 to 7, and then 8 to 7. So the final lick on this part is, and then the last riff. What's that? Bass string at the 3rd fret, move it up to the 5th, then 6, 7. So then 5, 6, 7 on the 5th string, then 5, 7 on the 4th string, slide it up to the 9th, then on the 3rd string, 7th to the 9th. Let me play that again. I'll say the fret numbers as we name 3, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 5, 7, 9, 7, 9. In your head, you should be going do dum dum da 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 dum. I was trying to show off by putting the other guitar part in. Now, if I was playing that on my own, then I'd have to do that rather than going. There you go. I'd be trying to pull out those notes, which I can't do at the moment because I haven't practiced it enough. Peter Green doesn't do that either. He uses his other player to do that. But that's oh well. Now just concentrate on the main notes. Get your tab from here. There's loads of other tutorials about on this on the internet. So it's not one of those ones that you won't have trouble picking up. But I hope you've enjoyed this little stab at it. I'm going to do Forever Autumn next. Oh, or I might do. I've had quite a lot of response from this one. You know. Do a slide there because I can't bend the string. Sweet Home Alabama. It's a great song, isn't it? So I'll have a little stab at that. Any suggestions you have? Anything challenging, classical, don't care. Whatever you want. Let me know and we'll give it a bash. I'll be seeing you again before New Year. So I'll be wishing you a happy New Year then. So have a go at that. Let me know what you think and I will see you soon. Take care.